Ni aje wa Kenya. Kama kuna confused elements kwa hii dunia, tukianza na Prophet Owour na watu wake. Those people are so confused. Nataka kudili na wa Christians mpaka mjue hizi madini zenyu za uongo hapa. In the name of my religion, za ujinga, za uchokora. Lakini wacha nidili na Mr. Mandevu kwanza, alafu niingilie hizo mabible zenyu. Sasa huyu Mr. Mandevu, ameenda pale. Sio mimi nilipost video peke yangu. Kila mtu alipost hiyo video kivyake. And for a fact, we did not take that video. Ilichukuliwa kwa chachi yake na watu wake wakashare. Ati the prophet of the Lord has received message. The great prophet of the Lord has received message. Ati message imekam kwa simu kutoka kwa God, message imekam kwa simu. Ati this is mighty. He's writing. This is great. This is mighty. He's writing on the sky. Please put it on. Kwenda. Alafu kwa jinga kwa na hiyo masuti yenyu ya matakataka na wamama wamevaa makaten na sijui watu wanakuanga aje. Unaweza bebu aje ufala hivyo. Ati God anatuma message. So God now needs a phone to send a message to the humans. God needs a message to say, needs a gadget. Sasa Mungu anatumia iPhone ama anatumia simu gani? Juu lazima simu itumiwe message. Haizi sema tu kwa hewa hivi. Haizi fanya magic. These are gadgets that we use. Iko na medium. So alitumia app gani kumtumia message? WhatsApp? Ama alitumia message ya kawaida ama alitumia Facebook Messenger? Mwacha kutupima ujinga hapa. Either way, Wakristo nilisema hamna Bible yenyu mkajifanya mko nayo. Nataka Mkristo step up aniambie hizi contradictions za Bible zina come about aje if the people who wrote the Bible were under inspiration of God, were chosen and inspired by God. And these are some of the mistakes amtakangi kukubali. Number one, number of animals Noah took into the ark. Genesis chapter 6 verse 19 to 20 says, 2 of every kind. Genesis 7, hapo tu mbele, 7, chapter 2 to 3 says, 7 pairs of clean animals, 2 of unclean animals. What do you mean? Number ingine, the number of horsemen in David's army. First Samuel inasemaje, chapter 8 verse 4, 700 horsemen. First Chronicles 18:4 inasema nini? 7,000 horsemen. And I'm telling you, these contradictions are almost 50. Okay? 50. Ukienda uangalie nikikufanyia tuna mashortcuts hapo utashtuka. Okay? So creation order, plants, animals, man and woman. That is Genesis first. Okay? Plants, animal, man and woman together. Genesis 2, man, plants, animals, then woman. Alafu God's visibility. Exodus 33 to 11. Moses spoke face to face with God. John 1:18. No one has ever seen God. God's anger duration. Okay? Micah 7:18. Does not stay angry forever. Numbers 32:13. Angry with Israel for 40 years. Okay. God's changeability. Malachi 3:6. I do not change. Exodus 32:14. The Lord relented. Burden bearing. Galatians 6:2. Bear one another's burden. Galatians 6:5. Each will bear his own load. Number of horsemen, hiyo nimewambia, si ndio? Age of Jehoiachin, 2 Kings 20:18, 18 years old. 2 Chronicles 36-9, 8 years old. God tempting people, James 1:13, God tempts no one. Genesis 22:1, God tempted Abraham. Death of Judas, Matthew 27:5, hanged himself. Acts 1:18, fell and burst open. The yoke of Jesus, Matthew 11:30. Okay, yoke is easy burden. Acts 15:10, low called a yoke, neither we nor our fathers could bear. Worth of human life, Exodus 20:13. Do not kill. 1 Samuel 15:3. Kill men, women, and children. Yeah, you just heard me right. Numbers of birth in temple. 1 Kings 7:26. 2,000 birth. 2 Chronicles 4:5. 3,000 birth. Salvation by faith or works. Ephesians 2:8-9. Not by works. James 2:24. Justified by works and not by faith alone. If God is God peaceful. Romans 15:33. God of peace. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. Seeing God and living. Genesis 32:30. Jacob saw God face to face. Exodus 33:20. No one may see me and live. Human righteousness. Romans 3:13. None is righteousness. Job chapter 1 verse 1. Job was blameless and upright. Punishment for children. Deuteronomy 24:16. Children not punished for parents. Exodus 20. God punishes children for father's sins. Jesus' genealogy. Matthew 1 chapter 1. 1 Matthew chapter 1-16. Chapter 1 verse 1-16. Through Solomon. Luke 3:23-38. Through Nathan. Okay. That is Jesus' genealogy. So ilikuwa through Solomon, huko ngine ilikuwa through Nathan. Okay. Punish God's omnipresence. Jeremiah 23:24. God fills heaven and earth. Genesis chapter 3:8. God walking in the garden. Number of stalls for horses. 1 Kings 4:26. 40,000 stalls. 2 Chronicles 9:25. 4,000 stalls. Number of chariots. 2 Psalm chapter 10 verse 18. 7,000 chariots. 1 Chronicles 19-18. 7,000 chariots. God's forgiveness. Isaiah 55 chapter 7. God freely pardons. Lamentation chapter 3 verse 42-48. God has not forgiven. And they go on and they go on and on and on and on, all these contradictions. That is what happens when you borrow Hebrew Bible and mix up with those you call disciples of Jesus, who started the church. Paul. Paul was a murderer and a killer. That does not change. Sawa. Hizi dominion zenyu zote ziko based on a killer called Paul, mwenye alianzisha sijui Christianity. And he was a disciple of Jesus Christ. Which disciple of Jesus Christ? Did they even meet Jesus? After that Jew died. That is when they started their own thing called Christianity. And a murderer, killer, called Paul. You call that saint. No wonder watu wakiua sana wanaitwa kings. Because they cannot stand the reality that they are murderers. You start a religion on a murderer based. Just because you ask for forgiveness, that does not change anything. You took lives, bwana. Wacha kutusumbua hapa na hizo masuti zenyu za matakataka. Nimetumiwa message na Mungu, he's writing. Nikasi